At first glance, Minecraft. The movie seems like a straightforward adventure with pixelated charm and some quirky characters. But look a little closer, and you'll find some surprising, even hilarious hidden details that are easy to miss unless you're paying full attention. One of the funniest ones pops up right at the start, when Steve casually drops a line that sounds random. Something about how kids used to work in the mines and now they don't. Sounds odd, right? It's a clever reference to a 2022 meme that joked about kids being sad they couldn't work in mines anymore, thanks to Minecraft. It's subtle, it's weird, and it's exactly the kind of humor that only Minecraft fans will catch. That one line isn't just a throwaway joke. It ties Steve's character to the game's cultural roots in a way that's both nostalgic and ridiculous.
I am Steve. As a child, I yearned for the mines, but something always got in the way.
Go on! Get out of here!
But here's where things get even more surprising. Steve ends up holding this mysterious, glowing blue cube, and Minecraft fans might instantly recognize what it's supposed to be, the Orb of Dominance. Except, it's not quite how we've seen it before. In Minecraft Dungeons, the orb is red and looks way more sinister, but in the movie, it's blue, almost like a beacon. So, what gives? This small color change hints at something much bigger. The movie isn't just following one version of Minecraft, it's blending pieces of the original game with Minecraft Dungeons to build its new universe. The blue orb might suggest hope, unity, or a twist on how power is used, compared to the red orb's corrupt energy. It's a creative choice that says a lot with just a little color shift, and it's one of those things you'd only catch if you know both games well. Now, if you've ever played Minecraft, you probably know the unspoken rule. Never get too close to a creeper unless you want to respawn in a pile of dirt and regret. But in the movie, creepers behave differently. They don't explode on their own anymore. Instead, characters have to slap them to make them blow up. At first, it seems like just another quirky gag, until it becomes a full-on strategy, especially when the crew goes up against a massive pig in one of the big battle scenes. Suddenly, the creepers aren't just walking threats. They're tools, weapons. That's a huge shift from the usual creeper panic in the game. And for anyone paying attention, it's a clever twist on one of Minecraft's most iconic enemies. Instead of avoiding them, the heroes are weaponizing them. It's funny, it's smart, and it changes how you think about Minecraft's explosive mascots. So within just the first few scenes, Minecraft, the movie is already dropping clever nods, mixing up game mechanics, and remixing familiar items in ways that hardcore fans will love, and we're just getting started. These small details are more than just Easter eggs. They're signals that the movie was made with serious love for the Minecraft universe. Just when you think the movie is done playing with deep-cut references, it tosses in a brilliant moment involving zombies on the roof of the castle. At first glance, it might seem like a random or lazy mistake. Why would there be mobs up there during such a critical moment? But if you know how Minecraft works, you'll immediately recognize the logic. Zombies spawn in darkness, and in the movie, Henry forgets to place torches on the roof. That's it. That's the reason. It's not an animation glitch or a random scare tactic. It's a direct nod to the game's lighting mechanics. If there's no light, mobs appear. It's such a small detail, but the fact that the filmmakers took the time to apply that rule to the scene says everything. They didn't just recreate Minecraft's look, they followed its rules, and that makes the world feel genuinely lived in and believable. But the next reference is so sneaky, most viewers probably missed it entirely. Remember that small hut off to the side of the main village? The one with a bunch of chickens outside? It looks like a normal coop at first. If you look closer, there's a pattern of hoppers, redstone, and a suspiciously placed lava block right under the roosting area. That's not just a chicken coop, that's a fully automated chicken farm, using lava to cook the chickens as they drop in funnels to collect the cooked meat and feathers. It's a nod to one of Minecraft's most clever and slightly dark farming techniques. It's efficient, it's brutal, and it's something only players who've built redstone contraptions will recognize. Including this kind of background detail shows that the creators didn't just toss in blocks to look authentic, they went out of their way to embed real mechanics into the scenery. And then there's the crafting scene, a moment that's both hilarious and kind of nostalgic. Steve and Henry are trying to build tools, but they're completely guessing how to arrange the materials. They mess up, they get frustrated, they even end up creating a completely useless item at one point. For longtime Minecraft players, this hits differently. Before the game introduced recipe books, crafting was a mystery. You had to experiment, place items in a grid, and hope it created something useful. That trial and error gameplay was part of the original magic, and the movie captures that feeling perfectly. Instead of giving characters instant knowledge of crafting combos, it forces them to learn through failure. which not only makes for funny scenes, but also honors the early days of Minecraft when figuring things out was half the fun. What makes the Minecraft movie truly special isn't just the visuals or the familiar blocky landscapes, it's the small, subtle details tucked into nearly every scene. From complex lighting setups on castle rooftops, to a lava-powered chicken farm, and even a tribute to early crafting mishaps. These little nods don't shout for attention, they're simply there, waiting to be noticed by fans who've spent hours experimenting in the game. It's this quiet respect for the source material that transforms the movie from a basic adaptation into something more heartfelt. It's not just a story set in Minecraft, it's a love letter to those who grew up with it, who spent nights building, failing, and trying again. Then, just when the surprises seem to settle, the film dives deeper into its lore. The group's journey leads them to a forgotten structure hidden behind mountain peaks, a dormant nether portal, surrounded by obsidian and strange symbols. When activated, it reveals not just the terrifying nether realm, but also a new villain, Malosha. She's a piglin witch, glowing eyes and all, with a haunting laugh that echoes in the dark. But she's more than just a scary new face. Her character is inspired by the seer from Minecraft Dungeons, adding a fresh layer of lore from Minecraft's extended universe. It's a bold move that pays off, blending spin-off content into the main narrative and making the world feel bigger and more connected. Malosha is creepy, powerful, and surprisingly deep for a character who shows up mid-film. And then comes the moment that had longtime fans frozen in their seats. In a foggy, hallucination-like sequence, Steve appears in the mist, his eyes glowing white, devoid of pupils or emotion. To the casual viewer, it might look like a stylistic choice, but to die-hard fans, it's instantly clear. Herobrine, the ghostly figure from Minecraft legend, a character never officially in the game but endlessly talked about in stories and mods. The film doesn't explain it, it doesn't linger, it just flashes the image and moves on, letting fans gasp in recognition. That's what makes it so effective, trusting the audience to get the reference without spelling it out. Near the film's climax, Steve delivers one more jaw-dropping moment. With danger closing in, he suddenly straps on elytra wings, ultra-rare gear only obtainable after defeating the Ender Dragon. He rockets into the sky with fireworks, leading his team to safety. It's an epic scene, but also a silent statement. Steve is a seasoned pro, the kind of player who's been to the end and back, who's earned his quiet confidence. It explains so much about his calm demeanor and leadership. These moments, the Nether villain, the Herobrine nod, the Elytra flight, are more than cool references. They're thoughtful touches that honor Minecraft's legacy. The movie doesn't over-explain or pander. Instead, it trusts the fans to see, feel, and connect the dots, creating a story that's as rich as the game it came from. If you caught even one of these hidden details, you're a true Minecraft fan. But which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed uncovering these secrets, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. There's a lot more coming your way.